Welcome to Aquarius New Moon Tarot for all of the signs. Hi everyone, I hope you guys are all okay and welcome to another video. Today I'm bringing you the Aquarius New Moon, which is happening on the 1st of February. Now this Aquarius New Moon actually, it can feel quite explosive because we have the year of the tiger, which is a Chinese New Year calendar. And, you know, some of us could actually see themes that have come back, what, more or less 12 years ago, because 12 years ago we had Jupiter in Pisces, and we also had the year of the tiger at the same time. So some of the themes can seem similar, but obviously Saturn was in a different position, but you know. But anyway, we are having Aquarius New Moon, which is happening on this day, and it does conjunct Saturn, and it also squares Uranus in Taurus. So I've done a full podcast message on this on my podcast channel, so I'll put the links below. I'm just going to be pulling, I've just pulled out some tarot cards for all the signs. So before I do that, I'm just, these are the cards I've actually pulled out for like the energies of this Aquarius New Moon, which is happening. So the first card that we have, and this is some of the energies and some of the themes that we could be feeling as well through the tarot oracle. So the first card is obviously air, okay? So this full moon, on a general for the collective, it feels like obviously it's a time where we're going to be communicating our thoughts. It's not very deep, not very emotional. It's just everything's going to be out in the open. And this could be lots of communicating in social media, you know, with our friends, our family, wanting to meet up with people. And, you know, having discussions, sharing ideas. What have you learnt today? Some of these discussions could be to do with technology as well. And, you know, I feel communication can be quite fast. You know, there could be lots of like rattling and lots of chops and change, lots of, lots of getting together, but, you know, networking. I feel that a lot of us may want to be around different types of groups, different types of people during this time, or even thinking about, oh, what am I going to do today? You know, making plans. The second card that we have is Mercury, okay? And we are in Mercury retrograde. So with this Mercury card, again, like the air card, it's very eerie time, lots of communication. I feel there's going to be loads of like people initiating or thinking, because we are in the retrograde, wanting to study. You know, Mercury is also about, yes, Mercury is also about short distance. So the thoughts can be about short distance travel. But also, you know, Mercury is ruled by Gemini, and it can be, you know, starting and stopping, moving, switching, changing, being bored, sisters, you know, siblings, friends, neighbors as well. So it's like a discovery during this new moon. We're going to be discovering new ideas, lots of, I'm even feeling gossip, a lot of gossiping going on. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Because during this time, you know, a couple of days after the new moon, we are going to be Mercury direct. And during when Mercury's retrograde, there are things that are very much up in the air. And when it goes direct, it's like everything can come out in the open. So again, I feel that there's going to be lots of conversations with people, you know, gossiping, but also talking about what you found out, did you hear this, did you hear that? There can be also some shocks, and it can also be some surprises that actually come out during this time, which could, you know, send the brain going really haywire. So, you know, the first two cards are very, very busy cards. But also, this card is also, because it's a Mercury card, there are things that we are going to be willing to let go of or working on. Okay, it's about, this is a time that we're going to really be acknowledging things that we are gelled to, glued to, you know, because this is a 15 card, and this card actually is the Devil card. So not only is it just Mercury, it's also the Devil card. The Devil card is what we are chained to in terms of materialism, food, greed as well, relationships. It's also about manipulation. So with this Mercury card, because of the gossip that could be going on here, some of the themes that we're talking about may or may not be true as well. But it does feel like, you know, it's about discernment. Like, is that true? Is that not true? Why am I listening to this person? Why am I listening to that person? Why am I addicted to this kind of conversation, or even like social media? Because this is also the Devil card as well. There's also something underlying what's going to be happening. The last card that we have is the Leo card. Now, the Leo card, yes, it's very, you know, as you can see, you see the lion coming out, you know, here I am. It's, you know, it's like showing off, ego. It's very playful, very creative. I feel a lot of us are going to be very creative during this new moon. It doesn't, remember, Leo opposes Aquarius. It doesn't necessarily mean just like creativity in like on the stage, or it could be creativity in what you want to invent as well. And it does depend on where it is in your house charts. So wherever Leo is, wherever Aquarius is in your house chart, some of you could be very creative at this time, but your mind is going to be for the future. And obviously, some of the creation that we want to do is for people to look at what we're doing. So it might be different. It might be very avant-garde. It could be very weird creativity. It could also be very futuristic. So some people may not understand what you are doing. But it doesn't matter, because Leo is the heart, and it's about what you feel. So during this new moon, creativity will definitely help. And also having fun. And, you know, dating. There could be some dating going on, wanting to meet different people who are completely different to us. They just broaden our mind. They make us think. But this card is also the Hierophant card. Okay, so there might be a side of stubbornness that's going on. And also because we are in fixed air, Aquarius is fixed in the mind. So whatever it puts its mind to, it goes for it. So I feel that there's going to be a lot of that going on, especially with this Hierophant Leo card. So some of us may be going back to like the drawing board of things that we really wanted to do in love, and sort of bring it out into fruition. Also, this card is showing me, especially if you're mixing the Hierophant and this card together, that because this card, the Hierophant, is about, you know, religion, education, spirituality, gurus, priests. Some of us could actually be reaching out to people who can inspire us in some way. And it could be a priest or a guru, could be also like a teacher who's very creative, someone, because for me, I feel like the mind is really going back to like what you used to do when you were younger, how you used to enjoy having fun, how you used to enjoy being creative. And also because the Hierophant is Taurus, it is about stick to what is right. When you put Leo involved, it actually heightens it, it makes it more explosive, makes it more fun. So I feel a lot of that's going to be coming up during this new moon in Aquarius. So that's like the cards messages, guys, for the general collective. You know, feel free to come back to these messages, to these oracle card messages, just for a little recap. And now let's do the signs. So let's start off with Aquarius, because you are the star of the show. So Aquarius, this is your time. You know, this new moon is your time to shine, but also your time to really think about your future. Some of you, I feel, are going back to how things were last year and coming to how things are now. This is a time that you guys are going to see how far, you know, what you've learnt, what you've gained, but also what you've let go of. And, you know, this is in your house. The first house is of the self, the physical body, the physical mind, your job, your career. And now you've come to that point of, you know, you've come to that point of no return. That's what I'm getting. Because, you know, Saturn is here, and so is, you know, Uranus is disruptive, but I don't feel a lot of you are going to be feeling disruptive. I feel a lot of you are going to be feeling a bit more energized. And there could be some changes. This is a time of you guys getting really serious now, because we're not going to see the new moon until next year. We're going to see a full moon in your sign, which is going to be in August. But this is a time of what you would like between now and August, or what you would like between now and next year. And this can cause some disruptiveness at home. There could be like a change when it comes to like your home. Some of you may decide that now is the time to either maybe sprucing up your home or even moving. You know, I feel a lot of you are looking at your neighborhood and seeing it might be feeling too small for some of you, or some of you might be feeling that you just want this change. And yes, when changes happen within the home, it upsets like the apple cart within the whole family structure. So these are things that you're going to have to think about, because anything that comes up now, Aquarius, is going to affect like not just this year, but it will affect like next year. So whatever you're thinking, because Saturn being there as well, this is giving you this very strong-minded way, that you're very determined, very serious, very disciplined. Some of you may even feel a bit more detached from people, especially with this card. You have the Five of Cups, and you are leaving. But I feel that some of you may be in two minds about, do I go here or do I go there? And also some of the questions and answers, some of the questions and possibilities that you guys could be coming up with as well. It's really good to share it with, you know, if you're coupled up, if you're in a, you know, especially married or in like in a new relationship. This also can feel like a time that some of you Aquarians could also want to not necessarily go it alone, but more like you don't want any help from anyone. So it can make you guys more cool and more detached in some way. And, you know, your partner or if you're in a new relationship, they could actually feel that. They could feel that they can't really get through to you, because you may be just having this, you know, like this face that is quite straight. So, you know, you're definitely looking to, you know, I feel a lot of you are definitely looking to your past, but also you're definitely looking towards your future. And some of you may be feeling stuck in both worlds as well. So there's a lot for you to really think about, Aquarius. Then we have Pisces. So Pisces, this is in your 12th house. And this is a new beginning for a lot of you Piscean to more or less go there. I say that, Pisces, because, you know, you have this energy in your 12th house for the past, you know, since 2020. And now it feels like you're like in the middle of doing what you're going to do, in middle of like, because this is a new time to be letting go. And with the Uranus in squaring your third house, this can really disrupt your mindset. I feel a lot of you Pisces are really, you know, it could have been a case of stopping and starting when it came to doing a spiritual practice. Stopping and starting because you are ruled by the 12th house, and you are also, you know, one out of all the water signs, you're the one that's willing to let go, willing to open. But also because you're ruled by Neptune, there can be some deceptiveness along the way. And when we have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords could also be about deceptiveness. So if I feel for some of you Pisces, there are things that you guys are doing and saying to people, but behind the scenes, something else is going on. Number 7 is a spiritual number. It's actually ruled by Neptune. And some of you guys during this new moon, you know, I'm actually seeing that, you know, some of you are like the leader in like a secret group, and you're showing people, oh, you know, let's come together, let's release, let's let go, let's, you know, stop doing what we're doing, like harming ourselves, harming our bodies. And let's just let go. Let's just not do it no more. Let's be more spiritually aligned. Let's align with God or spirit. Let's align. But then when you're alone, you're doing the complete opposite. You're doing what you are telling people not to do. And the 12th house is also about hidden enemies as well. So the hidden enemy could be within yourself. So with this Seven of Swords, it's about caution. You know, it's about, think about, especially with the third house action, it's about thinking about what you're saying, because it can actually come back to you, or you could get caught. And if you get caught, you'll be looking like a liar. But even though Pisces, you are trying to help people, you have this new moon is saying about having to help yourself. And really, you know, because when something's screwing Uranus in your 12th house, this can make you talk the talk, but not walk the walk. You could be thinking that you're helping, but reality, you are struggling. So I feel with this new moon, it'll be very, it's good if a lot of you Pisceans, like, write down your thoughts, write down what you're struggling with, and sort of like, it doesn't matter if you have to restart making strides to start again, because you still have time, Pisces. You know, Saturn's not going in your sign till next year. So whether you stop and start, Pisces, as long as you continue to do it, you'll be fine. Okay? You don't want to be caught out, because this looks like a thief. You don't want to be caught out like the thief. You know, you're saying, oh, stop smoking, and you smoke. Or, you know, it's drinking and you're drinking. So this is a new time for you to, you know, because even like your mind could be playing tricks on you now. This is the new time to restart what you started from 2020. And even if you do lapse, as long as you continue making little strides, you'll be fine. Aries. So Aries, this is in your 11th house. Now, with this being your 11th house, Aries, this is this is about, you know, your goals, your friends, groups and associations. The energy I'm picking up for a lot of you Aries during this new moon is that there's a feeling that, you know, you've got what you need. And there's a contentment during this time. Or I feel that, you know, on one hand is that, on the other hand is, I'm working on getting what I need. I feel also that there is this sort of like chopping of being away from certain people. It's not to say you want to be, because the 10 of Pentacles is about, you know, being content with, you know, that you've worked hard for your goals and dreams, and now you can just relax. You're comfortable. So this is energy of you guys feeling comfortable. But when it's a new moon, there are things that I feel that a lot of you Aries are really like panning out. There's this energy of panning out more for your future. Your future is very, you know, your future, you're very much thinking about your future during this time. But there is this letting go of certain people as well. But I feel that you're going to be doing it differently, you know, because this card is of contentment. So in a way, it's like I'm going to be removing myself, but also I'm not going to just disappear. I'm going to like sit down with people and, you know, just explain. And this is going to be feeling really new to a lot of you. I feel during this new moon also for Aries that you guys are, you've changed. You've changed. There's a dramatic change within you guys. Some of you are feeling more fired up because it's a very ambitious time. But some of you, I feel this more like relaxation coming up. And any goals or dreams that you want to pursue during this new moon, it's going to be really planned. It's not going to be rushed. It's going to just be really, for some of you, it's going to be really planned, really thought out. Because you want things for the long term. You want goals, dreams for the long term. And also you want friends for your long term too. So I feel that you guys during this new moon are going to take it really slow. This is a great time to be setting new intentions in the 11th house, which is the Aquarian house. So a lot of contentment going on, Aries. But, you know, you're not one to rest on your laurels anyway. You've always got something going on. But it's about planning it slowly. Okay. Taurus. Wow. So Taurus, this new moon is in your 10th house, with Uranus in your first. So let's not forget we have Saturn that's involved. And I feel, even though it's a new moon, I feel a lot of you guys are just ready just to kick back. You guys are, the thing is with you, a lot of you Taurians, that you guys have done a lot of work last year. I feel that, especially for the early Taurians, you guys put a lot of work in to your career. Some of you guys felt battered, you felt bruised, but you persevered. And it's like some of you knew that Saturn was just testing you. A lot of you went through a big test. Some of you quit a job, some of you stayed, some of you were in two minds. And you know, now we have the North Node, which is in your sign, Taurus. And this is showing a different type of Taurus. I can see, you know, especially this Magician card. This Magician card is giving a lot of you Taurians not only like new goals and dreams, but it's also showing you that your mind is going to be very different now. You know, it's almost like whatever you say, it happens. Whatever you think, it happens. Good or bad. And it's going to be showing a lot of you Taurians like, wow, I didn't know that my mind was so powerful at this time. I didn't know that what I said to people, it made an impact. This feels very much an impactful time. But I feel that a lot of you are thinking seriously about your career and your goals and yourself. You guys, I feel that you guys want more. You guys want change. But ultimately, you guys just want to be content and happy. So this Magician card is your guide this month for this new moon to really go for it. Really try and think outside the box. I feel some of you are, you know, also look out for like feathers. Also listen out for what you say, because I feel that what you say during this new moon is really going to be very, it could be controversial because Uranus is in your sign, but it could be very impactful. Some of you Taurians during this new moon could come across as extremely, not rude, but extremely not tolerant of certain people, especially at work. And this could change things. This could really change things. So if you guys are committed to a new goal, committed to something different within your career and within your life in general, this is the new moon to do it. But it's a powerful time for you, Taurus. Very powerful. Gemini. So Gemini, this new moon is in your 9th house with the Uranus in your 12th house. So this is a time where a lot of you are, you know, because the 9th house is, I love the 9th house. I love the 9th house because it's such a, because it does oppose you, because this is a Sagittarius house. It's a spiritual house. It's a house of many possibilities, goals, dreams connected to higher learning, the law. Also feels a bit like the law of karma for some reason. But yeah, so Gemini, this is a time that, you know, you guys will be feeling or thinking very serious when it comes to something you want to pursue, like whether it's teaching, the law, publishing, getting a book published. Some of you, I feel some of you Geminis are going to be very ambitious during this new moon, really finishing that book to get it published or self-published. Some of you may even decide that you want to be doing like a lawyer, barrister, or, you know, studying something that you have always thought about doing. It's a time of being serious about it now, or even time of completing it. With the, you know, you got the square to your 12th house. And this is a house that is, because not a lot of us tarot readers or astrologers can actually explain the 12th house. Even though I'm a 12th houser, you know, my son is, you know, but it's a house that, like, psychologically can be very hard. And I feel some of you Geminis may not feel very comfortable during this new moon, even though it's actually really good in order for you to be taking what you want to do very seriously. I feel that there can be some drama that comes up, Geminis, during this new moon. And some of these things could be to do with the past, like your past actions. I'm picking up something you did last year. Last year seemed very pivotal because it's the last year of the North Node being in your sign. And the North Node has just left your sign. I mean, with the Judgment card is a card of, it's a Pluto card, and it's a card of like awakening to the higher self. So, and it is reversed. Okay, it is reversed. And it's a, you know, it's a spiritual card. You got the, you know, the card, you got the angel blowing and people are awakening. So it can be about, you know, philosophy. It's about an old life, but it's definitely an awakening of how you are, how you were. And because it's a Pluto card as well, you know, it's a time of releasing or transforming an old way that how you used to be, and now it's a brand new you that's coming up. So when it's now, it's showing that there are things that a lot of you need to go back on, because there could be things behind the scenes that you guys are not really seeing. I feel that, you know, during this time, you guys are seeing the outside, but not really the inside. And the inside is within you. There may be people in your life that not necessarily working against you, but they may not be clear with their intentions, and you may not be seeing it. Or even you, Gemini, may not be clear of your intentions. You could be saying one thing, because remember you're the twins, so you could be saying one thing and doing another. So it's a time, because it is saying, you know, with this card, it is a time that It's like a time of waking up, basically. Time to wake up, because there's things that are going on that you're not seeing. And some of you may not want to see it, because the 12th house is a very emotional house. It's a house of spiritual awakening, like what this card is about. So it's about, you know, listening to your intuition, because it's trying to guide you during this new moon, only if you're open to it. Because it's also saying that if you're not going to be open to it, you can miss out on something really important, or even actually detrimental to what you should be feeling. But I do feel some of you may be feeling quite uncomfortable because of these old feelings could be coming up. And the 12th house is to do about the past as well. So with this Judgment card, it's just trying to wake you up, because there's deep things going on behind the scenes. Okay. Cancer, this is in your 8th house. 8th house. So for you Cancers, this is a time with the square to your 11th. This is a time where a lot of you Cancers are coming to a resolution, the conclusion, setting new goals. I feel some of you Cancers are really ready to step outside the shadows if you're in a partnership with your loved one. I feel some of you guys also are wanting some independence in some way. Wanting some independence and really serious about it. And some of you guys may really want something more in your life. I feel that you guys are going through like a really deep transformation. And this could be because something new's come up. Something to do with a new goal that's actually really working out for you. These nodes are really helping you, Cancer, during this time. So there's a great determination with a lot of you Cancer, especially with the 7 of Wands cards that you have. This is about determination. It also is about fighting for what you believe in. So there's a new strength. A new strength that's actually come up now for a lot of you Cancers. And, you know, I feel that it's like a eureka moment that's actually happened. This could be because you are associating yourself with a group, or you've made new friends and they're showing you something different. You know, some of you may decide that you want to, you know, some of you may not be working, and now you decide that, you know, you want some independence. So you're going out looking for a job, and the job pays so much more. So not only do you benefit, your partner benefits as well. Your finances could actually flourish as well. But also some of you Cancers may decide that you no longer want to be too tied. And it sounds strange as well, me saying that, but it does feel that a lot of you Cancers are showing this, you know, this independence of wanting sort of like your own thing. Yes, you don't mind sharing, you know, but you sort of want something for yourself. And obviously I feel there might be this great influence because you have the North Node in your 11th house too. So this has changed everything. But, you know, when it comes to like your finances, it feels that it will grow now because, you know, your mindset has definitely changed. And with this card, the 7 of Wands, it is a card, like I said, it's a card of like being strong, being determined. It's actually a Leo card. So some of you may have Leo in your moon or your rising sign as well. So, you know, this is about inner strength. There's a huge change that's happening. And, you know, there's also like a shadow side that I feel a lot of you Cancers are, you know, working with and releasing. And it's really changing things. It's really transforming you in a different way. So yeah, huge strength coming up now for a lot of you Cancers. Leo, you have the Knight of Wands, and this new moon is in your 7th house with the square to your 10th house. Now, every year, Leo, every year, yeah, you come to this point because, you know, the next time you're going to visit this is next year as well. So, there could be like a huge commitment that happens during this new moon. It could be, you know, because of Saturn that's involved, like a marriage or proposal. Or there could be a lot of you seeking like to, you know, so I feel some of you Leos want that traditional life in a relationship. I also feel some of you Leos want to, I don't know why I feel this. It feels like breaking away. You want something exciting and fun, you know, and you're willing to upset the apple cart in order to get it. And it feels like some of you Leos, because if you, especially if you've been dedicating yourself very closely in a relationship, this Saturn being there is actually asking you to look at if you're being too bounded to a relationship. It's also asking you about independence in a relationship as well. So some of you may be feeling that, but some of you may actually want a commitment. But there might be some distance in the air. So this is actually great to be, you know, really sitting down and having serious communication. This could also be to do with contracts as well. You know, your work life, I feel for a lot of you Leos, is really calling for your attention. Because, you know, the nodes that happened is in your 10th house and your 4th house axis. And there's going to be this sort of push and pull, like you're being guided to actually go out there and have your own career. But some of you may be feeling resistant because of your job. No, because of your relationship. And I feel that this theme is actually coming up now. I feel some of you Leos, if you have been dedicating your time a lot to your relationship, your career now is going to be at the forefront of it. And this could actually cause some stress and strife. So when the Knight of Wands come up, Leo, this is going to be, it's about messages. You know, as you all know, Knight of Wands, any nights, they're about messages. And this is showing me for a lot of you that there's going to be some good conversations that actually go on. I feel that you're going to be really like, okay, let's just do this. You know, we've been putting things off. Let's just do this. This is what I want for my career. And this is what I want in our relationship. This is how I want, this is how I want our relationship to be, you know. But not just about you, it's about give and take, because the 7th house is about, you know, partnerships. It's about balance. So it's about sitting down, and I feel a lot of you might be quite shocked. I feel that your partner may actually be like, yeah, I feel the same, which actually may throw you off the horse. But you know, it feels a good time, because this card is also about engagements as well. This is very good news that a lot of you Leos are having. Some of you may be anticipating about, you know, I really want my career, I really want, but you know, things will just work out in the end. I feel a lot of you are going to get some balance. Not to say you might have not a lot of niggles, you will, but being open with communication is key. Virgo. This is in your 6th house, with Saturn being there. So this is a new time to really working on your routines, your wellness, should I say. Something to do with pets. Some of you may decide that you want a pet. Some of you may even decide that you might want to change up your routine in some way. Excuse me, like in your work life. And some of you may really be looking at what you're putting in your body and really changing up or restarting a health regime, because something could come up now that makes you rethink. And with Uranus squaring your 9th house, this is going to be expanding and broadening your mind. Like you guys may decide, oh, you know, I'm going to try like different foods from this country, from this culture. There's people that I know that they said that this is actually good for me. This is about supplements as well. This is also to do, some of you may even want to work in another country. There may be some aims and dreams to work somewhere else. and this could actually carry on quite heavy now. And with the Two of Swords, whenever you have Two of Swords, this is to do with the mind. Your mind may be very active, but also your mind may be very, you may be thinking way too much. And because the Two of Swords is reversed, there are changes that are definitely coming for a lot of you Virgos during this time. You know, some of you are really like aligned, because you know the 6th to the 12th house, they're very, you know, they join each other. So what's going on inside Virgo, it's really important to listen to it, because you guys may think that, you know best, but something else comes up. You might be working the way that you've always worked, and then something changes, like a new boss comes, they're changing up like the routine in the work, but you may be resisting it. You may be thinking, okay, I'll do that, but you're going to still work the same. Or there may be something to do with what you're eating or how you're working out, which could be unbalancing you in some way, leaving you not feeling your greatest. It could be making you guys feel quite tired. So it's about, you know, admitting, sometimes Virgos, sometimes we keep doing the things that we do, but it just doesn't work in a way. It just doesn't work after a while. So it's about, the 9th house is about you know, spirituality and opening the mind to different concepts. So this card is showing you just to admit that even if something is not working, you can change it. And it may not be easy. This is the Moon in Libra card, and Moon in Libra is very, it's all about balance, seeking balance. It's also about, you know, sometimes taking the blindfolds off and seeing what's calling to our attention. So there's going to be a lot of things that's going to call into your attention, and this is the new moon to actually start it. Like, okay, this is what I need to do, and I'm going to be doing it, or working towards doing it. Okay, Libra. Speaking of Libra, you have the 6 of Swords with this new moon in your 5th house with Saturn there, and the square to your 8th house. So Libra, this is going to be quite a telling time, because the 5th house is a house of fun, creativity, children, and also sports. And there's a, you know, there's a huge like seriousness, because with Saturn being there, it's going to make you guys feel very dedicated to, you know, if I feel a lot of you Librans are just going through the motions. And there's things that you guys could be doing, but you're probably helping someone else to do it. So if you've got a child and, you know, you're creative, but they're creative, you're putting your all into them. But then when it comes to you, it's just like, nah, I'm just going to go to work. But this new moon, I feel, is actually calling you, Libras, to really focus on what you've actually loved doing, what creativity you love to do. There's nothing wrong with helping your children and helping them with their goals. But when it comes to you, what do you like to do? And I feel once a lot of you Librans realize that during this new moon, then you're going to go gung-ho. You're going to be very focused on this. And this is to do obviously with, you know, children, but it's also fun and creativity. So the fun, it's about putting the fun back into it as well, because some of you may be very serious, and when you're creating, you have to create something you love. So look into that heart, Libra. You're ruled by the moon, you know, and this can actually help joint finances as well. You know, some of your finances may be not the greatest now, and whatever you are good at, whether it's painting or drawing, writing, poetry, if something you're good at, Libra, this can actually help joint finances within your partnership, you know, and it can also help transform, because some of you may be reluctant to transform your life in some way, you know. And also during this new moon, there may be also, I feel for a lot of you Librans, if you feel that you are not creative enough in any way, shape or form, it could be, there could be some trauma that happened when you were younger. Like, you know, your parents might have said, oh, that's good son, that's good daughter, but concentrate on, you know, because some of you may be naturally very just gifted in just doing things creatively, and whereas it will take some people years to do, but you may have been not, there may have not been a lot of encouragement. But I feel this new moon is going to be putting that encouragement back. Like, come on, Libra, you can do it. You know, because the 8th house is about trauma from the past. And it could have traumatized you, but you may not have realized it traumatized you. You know? So with this 6 of Swords, you are moving away from insecurity. Okay? Insecurity that you had. Insecurity that you're not good enough. Insecurity that, you know, you want to get fit, but oh, I'll just leave it how it is. This is also a time of looking at your body, looking at yourself, but looking at creativity and fun, you know. And also Libra, whatever you're putting out there, you're going to get back. So if you don't feel, if some of you are wanting to create at this moment, there may be someone that comes into your life now. But this card is your guide to try and remove yourself from insecurity that you're too old or it's too late. Now's the time, you know, because I know a lot of Librans and they are extremely creative. They have this beautiful touch with what they're doing. There's a gracefulness about them. It's like they put the, I know a lot of Libra people that that can just naturally draw, or they're naturally good at dancing, but they're thinking, oh, I'm too old. No, you're never too old. You're never too old. And with Saturn being in your 5th house, it's about you going back to the past as well. So move away from that old way of thinking, Libra, and come to the new. Scorpio. So Scorpio, you have the King of Pentacles with the, this is going to be in your 4th house with Saturn there, and it squares your 7th house. Have some water. There might have been a reason why I did that anyway. So for you, Scorpio, you are being guided now to transform your home in some way. This is a new beginning. I feel a lot of you Scorpios are being very, I feel, the energies I'm getting for you Scorpios is honesty. Is honesty. When Saturn went into a lot of your 4th house from 2020, a lot of you I felt were skating on the, why did I say, why am I thinking thin ice? There might have been a reason. I feel a lot of you were very much on the surface about things from your past, because the 4th house is about roots, it's about home, real estate, it's about the mum. It's also to do with emotional self-care, emotions. And with this new moon, this is the 3rd new moon in your 4th house. So this is giving you the energies I'm feeling, that there's going to be a change that's going to be happening for a lot of you Scorpios. Change within the home. This could be some of you deciding to like really just, I don't know, mash up the walls and, you know, repaint, or just do something quite drastic. But you guys are really serious. And this could be you moving, wanting to move. Because there may be some drama within the home. And with the square to, you know, your 7th house, if you're living in if you're living with someone, there could be some drama and arguments that happen. So it's about you looking at your neighborhood. About you looking at your neighborhood, because it could actually be like the feng shui, should I say, may be off. I feel some of you may not feel comfortable where you are. And if you are comfortable where you are, you're going to look to change. This is also to do with the past as well. So there could be some stuff that you guys may be bringing up from the past, in your, especially in your relationship. Like there could be old traumas coming back, like what you used to say, what happened, or some of you could be thinking about past traumas that you had in a relationship. We got the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, which is going to be grounding you now. It's saying to me that things may be quite harsh at the moment, Scorpio, but remember, you have the node, you have the South Node in your sign, and you're going to be willing and open to releasing and transforming. It's just going to take you a while, because this is a Taurus card. Yeah, it's a Taurus card. Yes, it is about money. It is also about, it's about money, and it's about, you know, a noble, reliable person. So there could be a Taurus that actually comes into your life. If some of you may be seeking a new relationship or seeking console in some way, it could be a Taurus. You could have Taurus moon or Taurus rising in your chart. But I feel for a lot of the Scorpions that you guys are going to be very honest now. Very honest. Honest in your dealings. Okay, because the 7th house is also to do with contracts as well. So, and because it's the 4th house as well, I feel there could be something to do with like your home and contracts being signed and things, and you guys feeling a bit more settled now. And also when you're settled, your emotions are more settled, because your emotions could be quite up, quite not volatile, but more harboring back to the past a lot during this new moon. This new moon, I feel some of you Scorpions can bring about a lot of past issues from when you were young as well. And it's time to work with it. It's time to, you know, really make your home as well. Every year I say this, but I feel that there's a strength that's going to be coming to this. And also because the South Node is in your sign, you know, you guys are going to be working to transform yourself in order to be more grounded, in order to be more responsible. And this could be responsible within money as well. Okay. So, yes, that's what I get for a lot of you. A grounding time. Sagittarius. This is in your 3rd house. Yeah, your 3rd house. This is a nice house for you with Saturn being there. And also, you guys have the square to your 6th house. So this is a time that you guys are, yes, the 3rd, whenever anything goes to the 3rd house, it's actually really good with Saturn being there. But now I feel for a lot of you that, for you Sagittarians, I feel that there is a time that your mindset is going to be very focused. There's also like a seriousness. I feel that even how you communicate could be quite sharp. Could be very sharp. And this could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You know, you're very, yeah, I'm getting very focused energy for a lot of you guys. And this, I feel that it's sort of like a time that you guys want something new, as always, but you guys want something, you want a change, you want a huge change. And but there's also something pulling you back. There's also something pulling a lot of you back during this new moon. With the square to your 6th house, it's to do with like your job, your, you know, your daily routines and your health, and also it showed me that whatever you think, it does impact your health. So just be mindful with that. Be very mindful, because you have this card. Whenever we see this card, it's like it's a stab in the back. So with Saturn, the 9 of Swords, sorry, the 10 of Swords, and it is about you. You know, I do feel that whatever you say and think during this time is very impactful to your health. It's very impactful. It can either benefit or hinder, and it can also disrupt your flow, disrupt like your digestive system in some way, because that's what the sixth house rules. So on the other side as well, I feel that some of you, if you are feeling very positive during this new moon, like positive mindset, knowing where you want to go, what you want to do, there's going to be lots of changes that you're going to be implementing when it comes to like your work. You know, and I feel that some of you guys have really been looking at what you are putting in your body. And I also put what you're going to put out in your body. But yeah, what you're going to be putting in your body. Because, you know, if you are being very healthy, the healthy mindset, the healthy head. And if something is impacting your body, it's about looking at your work, where you're working as well, who you're working with. And the Ten of Swords is about, you know, the beginning and an end of like craziness that's happened in your life. And because it's reversed, you guys are looking really seriously about what is impacting your mental health now. Because Saturn, even though Saturn being in your third house is actually great for mental agility in all things, writing, speaking, media, you know, your neighborhood and your neighbors, is also about the mental health. And so is the sixth house as well. So there could be things that play on your mind now. And I feel that a lot of you are really going to be thinking, okay, this is not really helping me or is hindering me in some way. And also, because it's reversed, there could be some delay because some of you guys may be very busy during this new moon. So I feel that during this new moon, with setting intentions, it's about looking at your surroundings and looking at looking at what's going on. And also asking yourself, are you actually happy? And if you are not happy, why are you delaying your happiness? Because this is what this card is about. So if you need to leave anywhere, by all leave, you know, your happiness is. And if you feel stagnated in some way, if you feel trapped in some way, ask yourself why. Because your mind is going to go overdrive during this time. And also, you know, the third house and the sixth house, they are to do with, you know, they're both Mercury houses as well. So your mind could be very, very busy, but then you forget yourself. So when you have that downtime, that's when you'll start asking yourself and knowing the answers. And last, I did Pisces, sorry. Last but not least, we have Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is in your second house, with Saturn being there. You are ruled by Saturn. This card is actually Saturn in Sagittarius with the fifth house action. So money on the mind, mind on the body for a lot of you Capricorns. This is a new moon to be for like your finances, your self-worth, also your eating, what you're putting in your body, also creativity. With the fifth house action, I feel this is very much a time that you guys are maybe putting your money where your mouth is now. I even forgot to say that the nodes for you in Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, it's a really good time now. It's a really good time now. This card is about, you know, like I said, it's a Saturn card, about new responsibilities. And the Ten of Wands is about, the number 10 is about ending and the beginning. So now is the time that you guys are going to be putting or willing to put a lot of energy when it comes to creativity, having fun. It's not going to be easy because I feel that you guys are going to be very drawn to responsibility, because this card is about responsibilities to earn money, especially if you've got a big family. Could be a family of 10, but if you guys may want to remain where you are because it pays well, but then the 5th house is calling for you to, a bit like Libra actually, why are you not creating? Why are you not creating? So you guys may be feeling heavy due to heavy responsibility in your job, but also feeling ashamed that you're not doing what you love. So it feels very much like, you know, this card is about, you know, like I said, I feel it feels like a great burden. Capricorns, you know, when you come home, that's when you leave work home. Even if you're working at home for the office, when work is finished, it's finished. When you have that downtime, I feel that some of you have these aims and goals and dreams like, oh, you know, when you're watching TV or you're eating, I feel like you're going to get flashes of brilliance and flashes of insights on what you love, especially what you used to love. But you guys may feel ashamed about, oh, but if I do this, this can happen. If I do that, that can happen. I won't have time. I've got to provide. Sometimes you have to provide for yourself as well. Some of you may be feeling a slave to the coin as well. This card is, I feel, is saying be a slave to your creativity in some way, shape or form. Because this will enhance your life greatly. You'll start to enjoy what you're doing. And also, if you are also wanting to earn more money, so Saturn being your 2nd house can be restrictiveness of money. If you're wanting to earn more money, your creativity could bring in more. And also, don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, if your partner or even your kids, they can help as well. You could even ask them something. Oh, can you help me draw this? And they'll just draw, and or you could even be watching them when they're drawing, and it's just like, oh my God, that's what I used to do. Because remember, sometimes our kids, they do what we did. They just take it a bit further and they're more fearless. I feel that this card is also asking you, where's your, you know, where's that fearlessness that you had? You know, where was that fearlessness gone? Why are you not being, you know, you're very fearless at work. Where is it when it comes to something you've always wanted to do as well? Where's that fun gone? Why so serious? You know? And also, this card is also saying, put all of your responsibilities and all your energies as well into creating. Because you'll start to enjoy life more instead of just being burdened and, you know, so something for you guys to think about, you Capricorns. So guys, that was the new moon in Aquarius cards for all the signs. You know, feel free to let me know how it went for you. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you'd like a full reading, I do take bookings for tarot. And I do obviously put like astrology into it. I guess you guys all know that I really, really love tarot. Tarot always tells you like a special message and a special story. So if you'd like a full reading, you know, the descriptions below, you can email me. And also other themes as well. But yes, I hope you guys have a lovely new moon in Aquarius. And feel free to let me know how it went. And take care. Bye.